What is up, everybody? I'm the TheGamingRaptor. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys the ancient Meteoric Ore Greatsword oathknight build in Elden Ring. I've honestly been trying out the Meteoric Ore Greatsword too a little bit, and not gonna lie, this is honestly a really fun weapon, using it right and building it right. And I want to show you guys my build on what I did to make this work for me a little bit, honestly. So if you do enjoy today's video, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Well, let's get straight into it. Alright, so the weapon that I have is the ancient Meteoric Ore Greatsword. Now, it does have a strength with B, honestly. If you put it to +10, it goes up to B for strength, and it has E for dexterity and a D for arcane for scaling, and the attributes required to hold this weapon is a strength at 35, dexterity has to be at 10, and arcane has to be at 19. Honestly guys, I would say to go for more of a strength and arcane build for when using this weapon, and just adding that dexterity to 10 to just wield the weapon is perfectly fine, because this weapon itself, it primarily just scales better with strength, and it does have magic damage to it as well. As you see, there is a little bit of magic damage there, so that's pretty cool. You can actually use some of the flasks, like the magic crack tier I think it is, to really boost the weapon a little bit. It's like the Mirai's executioner sword in a way, but it doesn't like one shot, or it doesn't do like successive attacks or attacks rapidly, honestly, if I can say it like that. It doesn't do like rapid attacks. It really just has like one Ash of War that basically closes in the gap against bosses. So if you're like far away from a boss and you do the Ash of War, it'll pull you forward, and if you tap it again, or if you do it again, you get a big huge explosion really. Just from the area effect called White Light Charge, which is honestly a really good Ash of War. And I'll show you guys like the Ash of War itself. So say we go to this bushes here, like right there, and then you do it again, there's the AoE to it. You just gotta press it again, and it's honestly not that bad of an Ash of War. It will be consuming though when it comes to FP, because the FP for it is 10, so if you do it again, honestly, so it's like what, 20 overall, you're gonna be like using a lot of FP with this weapon entirely. And I'm also taking a Sacred Dagger with Golden Vow on it, just to really buff myself with Golden Vow. That's really why I'm just using this, just to buff myself with Golden Vow before I go into boss fights. Alright, so going over my armor set, what I'm taking is the Oathseeker armor set. Now you can get this in the DLC. It's not that bad of an armor set in my opinion. Now it does lack around magic, fire, and lightning and holy, so if I go up against anything that's like magic, fire, lightning, and holy and whatnot, I'm getting messed up, honestly, dude. But overall, it's not that bad of armor set. This is what I recommend, just to really make the build shine a little bit for me. Just going with the Oathseeker, since it does have the kind of like color hue, a bit of brown, a bit of black in it, and it kind of matches with the Greatsword in my opinion, for me, that is. Alright, so next we're going to go over the talismans that I used to make this build work. So for the first one, we got the two-handed sword talisman. This here enhances attacks with two-handed weapons. Since you're mainly going to be two-handing this weapon the most, I mean, all you're going to really be doing is using the Golden Vow with the dagger, and then you can just two-hand with the Greatsword itself, and you won't have to worry about anything else. For the second one, we have Shard of Alexander. This greatly boosts the attack power of skills. So I'm using this to increase the power of the Ash of War itself, which is White Light Charge. So it'll increase the attack power itself. I'm also using Godfrey's icon to enhance the charge of skills and spells, so basically enhancing the charged Ash of War of White Light Charge. And for the final one, this is up for grabs, honestly, so I'm going with the two-headed turtle talisman. The reason why I'm going for this one is to really recover my stamina. That's why I'm going for this one, just to stay safe and recover my stamina. Now you can always go for other ones too, like the Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman, really a highly recommended one. I highly recommend just taking this one every single time. You can also take the Carrion Filigree Crest to lower the FP costs of the Ash of War itself, since you will be using a lot of FP when using this weapon. And there's also the Bull Goat Talisman to help raise the poise, because I've noticed that with this weapon using the Ash of War, it does have some poise to it as well, so it will break stances of enemies or bosses really. So it's kind of up for grabs, honestly. It's situational, to be honest, when using the fourth one, but you can definitely just use whatever you want. Honestly, I gone with the two-headed turtle talisman just to greatly raise my stamina recovery speed. Alright guys, so for the wondrous physic mix that I have here for the tiers, the first one I have here is Opaline Heart tier. Alright guys, so here is the wondrous physic mix that I have here for this build. So the first one I have here is the Opaline Heart tier. This here typically boosts all damage negation, so you're going to basically take all the damage that the boss takes at you a little bit. Alright, the second one is the Magic Shrouding Crack tier. This temporarily boosts magic attacks in the Mist physic. So you're basically going to be doing a little bit of magic damage with the greatsword itself. So I would highly recommend going for the magic stratum crack here to increase the magic or boost it a little bit. And for the great rune that I would recommend is going for Radahn's great rune, since it does increase the FP, HP, and the stamina as well. So you can definitely go with that one. It's honestly a must take. I don't have it sadly, since this is New Game Plus 4. I still need to go get it, but it's honestly a must have. So I definitely highly recommend going for Radahn's great rune to really increase mainly your main attributes, which is the health, the FP, and the stamina. Alrighty, if you're looking for a level 200 build for this build, here's what I recommend here. So you will want to start off as a bandit, and for vigor, I would go for 60 vigor. As always, go for 60 vigor to really increase your vigor, so that way you have a lot of health, that way you can take a lot of hits. And for mind, I would say going for 34 mind would honestly be the best one, since, I mean, you're going to be using the Ash of War a little bit, so 34 mind would be honestly pretty good. Endurance, I'd say 35 endurance to really carry a little bit of a weight equip load, since this weapon is going to be a bit heavy. And if you're going for the dagger too, I mean, you don't have to go for the dagger and you can still make this build work. It really is up to you. I mean, you just don't have to go with the dagger. Now, if you want to increase the endurance a little bit more, you can. You just have to like take away the mine just to increase it a bit more, maybe going to 40, and then you can have the mine go to like 30 or 29 if you want to. Strength, I would say going to 70 strength would be honestly okay. I mean, you can push this up to 80. You just have to take away, I guess, vigor a little bit. Like take away 10 vigor, go up to 80 strength, because it does primarily increase better with strength for the scaling. But hey, it's up to you honestly when it comes to it. I'd say 70 strength would be honestly okay. And dexterity, you don't have to worry about dexterity, since, I mean, the dexterity itself has to be at 10, since it's 13, since you're starting as bandit. Intelligence is okay, faith is okay, you don't have to worry about any of those. For arcane, I would say 50 arcane would be the best bet. I mean, the scaling for it is at D, however, the arcane for it is not that bad when using this weapon. So I highly recommend just going to 50 arcane. There you guys have it. That's going to be doing it for this build. I do hope you guys enjoyed this build. Please let me know in the comments what you guys think about my build for the Meteoric Ore Greatsword. I enjoy this build sometimes. It's honestly a really cool build, and I like the fit that I have with it. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Let me know in the comments what you think I should change to make this build better. But with that being said, I'm TheGamingRaptor. Stay warm with the pack. See you guys in the next video. Alright guys.